So, this shot was not staged. Anyway, welcome to a new vlog. Awesome that you're watching. In this week's vlog, I'm just gonna show a little update of the office. As you can see, we are in our boardroom and we're gonna talk about the metaverse of Facebook, Meta, the new mother name of the company, and how that is going to impact e-commerce in the coming years. So last week, Facebook announced that they're going to change the name of the mother company from Facebook to Meta. Facebook is working on a new product called Metaverse, and Facebook has the Oculus Rift VR glasses, and they're planning to launch a bunch of apps which will eventually become the Metaverse. So I think in the beginning it will be just separate apps. There are already quite some separate apps, such as a home environment, a working environment where you can do the activities in, such as Zoom meetings, or just chill in your home with friends and family, watch movies, for example. But in this week's video, we're not gonna talk about the social aspect of it. We're gonna mainly talk about how it is going to impact e-commerce, because it is really interesting that the gap between VR and AR is getting closer and closer. As of today, you can buy VR glasses, but they hope to mix VR with AR even more. Personally, I'm a big fan of AR, and I also do think that it's gonna enhance the shopping experience, bring that to another level. So in the future, for example, instead of you going to the H&M or to the Zara, you put on your VR glasses and probably with your hands you select your store and you're in the Zara store, and you can just walk around and your own avatar has all the right sizes of your body. So when you pick clothing, the clothing piece knows exactly whether or not it will fit on your body, and based upon that you could order the piece of clothing. But that's a little far ahead, I think at least 5 years, but maybe within the coming years we can already see these shopping experiences online. But we all have to see whether or not this is going to be the big thing. All the companies in Silicon Valley, a lot of other companies, investors, agencies, I see a lot of people talking about it, but time will tell. But these are my 2 cents on how this is going to impact e-commerce. I think brands should be just aware of what's happening. And I also saw that Facebook is launching an SDK, which is like a development manual to build apps on the Oculus glasses platform. And that is something to pay attention to and see if you can experiment yourself. So right now, I do think it's a lot of innovation driven. If you look at the curve, it's like, innovators. And brands just need to innovate and need to learn how that is going to impact the future. Long story short, brands should just pay attention and maybe experiment a little bit with it, but it's far from becoming mainstream. So the concept metaverse is really old. It's a super old concept because Second Life, a game that's 20 years old, it was already something like that, like the metaverse. So the concept itself is really old. Obviously, since Mark Zuckerberg is saying it, he has a lot of bad PR around him. But the concept itself, I personally believe in. I'm not sure if Facebook is going to be the company that's going to succeed building this metaverse, because they have so many problems in terms of data, privacy, law. They have so much shit going on. It could also be another company that is going to take the lead in this in the coming decades. But personally, I do think it is the future, but how it exactly is going to look like is to be decided. But concepts that save time always work well. If any of you got any more thoughts about Meta and the metaverse, if you think it's a giant gimmick or complete BS, let me know in the comments down below. Curious to hear your opinions around it. So over here we have our boardroom. So we have a TV which is called The Frame, which is like a painting and a TV at the same time, which is interesting. We're gonna get a frame for it still, by the way, it's on its way. But this is a nice boardroom, 10 spots where you can sit, which is really nice. Maybe we can take a peek upstairs, because that's also finally decorated. So, as you can see, there's also a little change over here, chill area, with also a desk over there. Wouter sitting behind over there, and over there. And you can finally sit eat a snack, eat a chippy. And think about Meta. And maybe we can go all the way downstairs. You can also eat a snacky. Now it's time for a piece of cake. So far so good. Quite a lot of meetings and pitches going on, and also some operational stuff, which is exciting. The month so far is going to look really good because we have quite a lot of potential new projects that are coming in. So much looking forward to that. Right now the plan is to work a little bit more on the business instead of in the business. So that's what I'm going to do in a little bit. The difference is that working on the business is more strategic and coming up with new plans, how you can move the business forward, bringing new things. And working in the business is all the daily operational stuff, just the things that keep the business running during the day, so to say. Also had a meeting today about giving the developers more responsibility, like a development lead role. So in this case, a development lead will lead the project itself, is responsible for the quality, is responsible for helping with project proposals, is also helping with scoping and a few other things. And we were aligning people that are going to be responsible for that. And it was a good productive meeting. And the beauty of it is that we implement the outcomes of the meeting straight away, which is just productive. The team has grown bigger and bigger and give people other responsibilities in order to make it a little bit scalable. So there was a lot of stuff on his plate. So we decided, okay, we're gonna find the right people that can help Duke take over the tasks that are a bit too much at the moment. Just in general, it's also super good to communicate just as transparent and direct as possible and just come with solutions, implement it. And the funny thing is, like, we want to give them more responsibility for a specific role, right? But then we learned that within the resource planning, they're already planned, like all the time is already planned. And then we looked at the resource planning and they're already fully booked in terms of projects and stuff. So within the coming 2 weeks, we're gonna create time in the schedule and then allocate the responsibilities to them both, just to create the right balance. So that's the fun part of executing straight away, but you always learn something as well straight away. In this vlog, we talked about the metaverse and how it can impact e-commerce in the future. In the coming vlogs, I'm gonna talk way more about my opinion about certain trends and things that are going on within the e-commerce space. So if you don't wanna miss out any more content, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you on next week's episode.